Hi. Last but not least is the Reason, and we will dive into Reason to apply some workflow techniques regarding on presets and browser library. So let's get going with Reason and see how it is done over there. Okay, so in Reason, when we are talking about presets and library, you see already a library over here. And we will then look on how to store presets for instruments and how to utilize the library so that it makes your life easier and faster to go forward. And then I have actually done certain things also for Reason, or I have like work on going into a Metagrid templates, as you see in the lower right corner, that you could basically use Metagrid also with Reason to command Reason with different kind of key shortcuts. For example, now already I have in the template, I started to work with this one so that I can, recall a mixer, a browser. I can close and open the browser, and then also for example, I can go into the rack and so on and so forth. So I can easily move between different views depending on my needs. But anyway, that's future, and I will share more things when I get that template done. So in Reason, when you are starting to work with your presets and your library, of course, here you have the library also and the browser on the left-hand side, and then this is a kind of also, it changes place. Like in some digital audio workstation is on the left hand side, in some others it's on the right hand side. But anyway, it's this browser is not bad in a sense that it has the same ideas that you can browse these also visually, so that if you already have a for example, let's take a massive first here, and when we open up a massive, now we don't have any visual representation of massive, but we can always create a snapshot. You need to close the window in order to snapshot to update here. And then if you go now into a sequencer and you go to your instruments, and then we go down and to find massive. Now you see that it's updated, so you basically can also do the same thing here in Reason to record all your plugin snapshots and screenshots, so it's more visual for you to browse things in Reason. Anyway, that's one thing, how you can modify and deal with things in Reason browser. But let's kill this one, and let's start with our usual stuff where we pull in contact, and you can of course search as well. So now I will bring in contact here, and then let's go back, let's double click over here, and so that it opens up us the contact. Now if I would like to store presets, I can do that, of course, and that's basically when you wanna kind of, in case of contact, you wanna have presets for different instruments so that you don't need to go to a browser if you wanna recall a piano, like for example Alicia's keys, and then now you have loaded it, but then the presets are worked on here. You can of course browse them, but then it will go into a browser, and then from there you can look different presets. You can also define where your presets are. I have located mine into Reason 12 in Music Reason 12 presets, and this is the place where I intend to store my user presets. So for example, now if I would like to save this one, I can go over there, and I want to go into music, and I want to go into Reason 12 and presets, and then I want to create a instrument preset for Alicia's keys. like this. And now I have it stored, and if I go, I need to actually go into that folder to see them here. So I hope I stored it into the right place. So let's go Reason 12 and presets. Yeah, it's there. And now I could basically recall the contact with Alicia's keys by just by dragging and dropping that into my rack. So let's do so that I'll just kind of now go and drag and drop, as you see. Now we have it here, so I can play piano. And yeah, if you would like to utilize and create your own favorites, you could do that also in here. I think that's, at least in my eyes, was when I looked Reason would have been the best way to store this. So you can go here in the plus and say that, you know, like for example, my pianos. And then you can drag this into that. So when you have stored it, so you can go and drag it. So you don't need to browse to a folder and to a subfolder and to a subfolder, but you can actually create these favorites and then categorize them based on your own taste, of course, but for easier and faster access to the presets that you have created. Then of course Reason has sounds and all that stuff that we already looked in the beginning, but now we focus on presets and tactics, what we can do with Reason in that respect. Then if I would pull in an effect, I could basically go and let's find a Pro Q, and then let's bring that in. So now we have Pro Q in, and same thing here. I could say that basically cut lows. I could just create a cut lows like from 200. So that could be one of my presets. So if I want to save it, I can save. I could actually do a new folder here called FX, into which I store my effects presets. So now I could say basically that, you know, cut lows, Pro Q cut lows. And save that. So now I have that saved as a preset for my effect, and it went to the directory as we specified. So if I go back there to Reason presets, it created these effects, and now I have it there. So I have my effect preset over there, and I can pull it into Pro Q. Okay, while we are here, let's go and add another effect into this channel, and I'll show how to do a track preset in Reason. So let's go to effects and find 1176, and let's add that into the channel. So now we have EQ and we have a compressor, and now if I would like to, let's do a bit of a tweaking on the compressor side, just kind of like that it's not with its initial stuff. So now if I would like to basically save this combination of EQ and compressor, I need to right click here and then say combine. And now I have combiner or combinator, and basically I can see the devices within it. And okay, I don't know why that's not the, I didn't select it, sorry. So yeah, so but you can drag and drop that into the combinator, and now you have both effects in the combinator. And now you can save this one to be recalled later. So if I go now over here and I save this patch, and I could actually go up one and do a subfolder called track presets. So now I can save this into track presets, just basically EQ plus compressor. So let's name it like this. So now we have track presets saved also in Reason. And if I would like to add another instrument, I can then recall this combination of EQ and compressor into that as well. So let's do that. Let's add another instrument into our project, and maybe we do it through presets. So I'll go and I'll create a new preset, and let's take another piano, for example, and let's go into library and find the Maverick. And let's add that into, and then now of course we have it here. So I just then basically close this one and then go here to save preset, and not into effects but into this main folder where I have Alicia's keys already. And I'll add the Maverick. So now I have the Maverick, and then I have these track presets here. Now I can basically then go into my saved presets, and I actually now need to go here because I haven't yet drag and dropped them into my favorites. So now I have the other piano here, so I need to actually go and drag and drop it into my favorites in order to see it over there. Then I can go and drag and drop it here into a new instrument. But actually I don't want to use the Maverick, but sorry, I actually want to use Alicia's keys. And so now I have it. Now I have Alicia's keys here, and I have the Maverick here. But then in Alicia's keys I don't have any effects, but in Maverick I do. So if I open it up and so insert effects, I can see all them here. But I don't have any in here. So now I can go and bring that track preset into my my new instrument that I just created. So let's go here, and now I'll pull this EQ plus compressor here, and voila, now I have the EQ comp combinator, and I have the track preset here as well. So I have my EQ and I have my compressor with the settings that I set it in the beginning. So that's basically how you work in Reason. You work with track presets, and how you can save them, create your favorites, and then of course when you create your favorites you need to always drag and drop them. You could actually also pull in folders. So let's go and do that as well. I'll just show how that goes. Sorry, not this one. Like, let's go. I'm already there. So Reason 12 presets, and now if I would like to bring this FX folder into my view over here, I just drag and drop it. And if I want to bring my track presets over here, I just drag and drop it. And so now I can easily go and see and pull these from here. I have many ways of doing that. So you could have your favorites into which you place your Pro Q, but then you can have your effects into which you place all your effect settings that you want to save. Anyway, this basically is what you can do in Reason. So you have an ability to create track presets through the Combinator and store presets for instruments and effects. So that was Reason and how to configure Reason for these workflow techniques regarding on presets and browser library. Next we will dive in how to configure external synthesizers with your digital audio workstations for fast access to improve your workflow. Remember to subscribe for the channel, stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching, bye now.